It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
In my live because I'm mad as fuck. But it's not a minute long, so I have to stay on here long enough so I can post it. But I'm definitely going to post this to my page because I'm sick and fucking tired of being fucking played with. I am supposed to be here just like everybody else. I don't know how the fuck somebody else got to sing my song, but not singing one of theirs. This shit is fucked up and foul. But it's cool, because I promise I got something for everybody. I swear to God, I got something for everybody. It's so many people that ain't even... Look how many people that's not No Limit, that's on this fucking stage. Do you see? I'm over here with Timberland. Why do they have me and Timberland on the side of the stage? Make me understand it. Do you see this? I got a whole fucking wristband, and these bitches didn't let me go on. Like, let me make it... How that sound? That sound deliberate, huh? Something just ain't right. It's cool, though, because y'all can expect a lawsuit because I did not give permission for anybody else to perform my song, so it's gonna be a fucking problem. Believe it's up and it's fucking stuck. I'm not fucking playing. Bitch, bring them out, because I got them on deck. Ain't nobody scared of y'all. Come my way. I promise. It'll get tore the fuck up. Coming. Oh my God. I'm so mad. Like, I'm over here trying to hold back tears and everything. My phone is ringing because people don't understand. I can't make you understand. But please know, that nigga been bad business. He been janky promoters at No Limit. So fuck him. It's cool. You ain't got to worry about me no more. Not at all.
So check this out. I normally don't even speak on this kind of stuff, but I felt the need to address a very misleading narrative that's being pushed in regards to Mercedes and the song I Can Tell that I performed last night as part of the Verzuz battle. While Mercedes is someone that I've known for a very long time, and we have a mutual respect for each other, Mercedes was not contracted by Verzuz for the performance last night. And let me reiterate, Mercedes was not contracted last night to perform at the Verzuz battle. I was. Over the years, I've performed the song several times without Mercedes. Mercedes has performed the song several times without me, and it hasn't been an issue until now. In regards to the song I Can Tell, it was written by myself, Jabot, and Miss Peaches, who were all artists at No Limit at that time. It was recorded for Mercedes' Rear End album. Another false narrative that's being pushed is this idea that Mia X was put in place of Mercedes and sang her parts of the song. That is definitely not true. If y'all saw the performance, I always get the crowd to sing the parts of the song that I don't sing. I only perform the parts of the song that I wrote. I wrote the hook, I wrote the verse. I get the crowd to sing both Mercedes and Jabot's part, and it hasn't been an issue until now. While I understand Mercedes' frustration, should she have been a part of the performance, I think it would have been great to have her there, but she was not contracted for the performance. Let me state that again. She was not contracted for the performance. So this idea that another artist went performed her song, I think is very misleading because I wrote the song. You follow me? This is not a slight at Mercedes. This is just me addressing this and bringing clarity to this situation. Holla.
Good evening. It took me a minute. I had to gather myself. So, I got on here today to publicly apologize to B. I absolutely know it was not your fault. Unfortunately, I flashed out because I am human. It was a number of things that happened that day. It was really chaotic leading up to that point. Y'all really don't know. Y'all just saw me spaz out. But I was just simply stating that he doesn't own the song. It's my song. I don't know what y'all know about music, but do your research. I'm not about to do all that because that's really not what I'm here for. Like I said, I'm coming to give a public apology, number one, and assert myself because I've been around, like, since the beginning. Not like since they was in California, but when I got signed is when they were literally about to take off. I was there for the About It soundtrack. I was there for TRU. I wasn't on it, but I was there. Like, I was literally at
all of the big tours and stuff that they were doing, I was there. So yes, I've been with them recently on the road and all of that. So, you know, I don't understand because I'm reading all the comments and I see, well, who is she? Or who she thinks she is? Like y'all haven't been listening to my music. Like, that's what's tea. This album came out in 1999, okay? I did this in 7 days, so yes, there was a collective effort all the way around the fucking board because I didn't even know I was about to go and record. But that's another story. Top and bottom line is, I spent money to be here. I was not invited, but I'm everywhere. And tonight was historic. So whether I was going to actually get on the mic or not, I deserve to be up on that stage. I deserved for when he was doing that song to at least say, shout out to Mercedes, because if nobody else knew I was on the side of the stage, he did. That's for another story. At the end of the day, you know, it is my song. I was not allowed to do it, and I have paid my dues. I was the first R&B artist on No Limit. Yes, Nia X is the biggest mama. She been here. But if you ask her, I'm the baby girl. Okay, I ain't with this technology. Cause y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all knows y'all have been all up and down my little page. Y'all see I don't even post like that. So I ain't know that, you know, you got a certain little limit. So I'm gonna make this real, real brief. Because the other part is already done. I spoke out of anger and frustration because I'm hurt at the end of the day. Verzuz is a big deal. I am an artist. I was around when you had to go knock on doors and go to auditions and get turned away, and it was just a different ballgame than how it is today. So I really don't expect everybody to understand, but the ones that need to know. And I was excited, you know what I'm saying, to be there. I wanted to support my former labor mates, whether or not I was singing my song, because to my knowledge, my song wasn't even going to be performed. I don't want to get choked up. But I don't want to leave having anybody thinking that it was P, because like I said, I was upset. I spazzed out. I wrote a caption and I hurried up and shared it. Did I think this was going to go viral? Absolutely not. I swear I didn't. And like I said, I truly apologize again, Pete. And I also apologize to the fans. Because the ones that rock with me. And I love y'all. Truly. I'm a D girl for life. And I represent New Orleans every chance I fucking get. I love y'all. Peace.
Pretty much this was just a misunderstanding, but Mercedes popped off straight out the gate, man. And I would be upset too, you know, if my song is being played and I'm out here in the crowd and like, what? Why wasn't I invited to perform my song? Or if y'all knew that y'all was gonna play it, but Max said she wasn't contracted to be in there. And I think when y'all was setting up, this is a very big song in No Limit. Mind you, if you wasn't there, you never know. On the back of No Limit CDs, they have a list of CDs, and it tells the date that they're coming out. Mercedes was on every CD for years. And we like, damn, when we gonna get this? Because if you've seen the Mercedes album cover, everybody was like, you know, I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we gonna get with that? And then when it finally came out, this song was like one of the biggest songs from No Limit. And we gotta give her that props on that song. Regardless of who made it, it was for her album. So, because that's how No Limit worked. No Limit, they just went in there and worked. And then whoever's time came up, bam, everybody worked on that CD and that album and got it done. And that's how No Limit worked back in the day. A lot of people don't know that because No Limit had about 50 people. Like if you look, like just Google a No Limit album cover that shows all the coming soon albums. And there were Mac waited years. We saw the album with the bullets on there on many albums. We saw Fiend's album, Mia X, not Charge It to the Game, Silk's like Silk on his Charge It to the Game. He had his next CD already out there. You can see, like, as people are dropping, they already have their next album coming soon on there. So it kept people waiting every Tuesday for a new album to drop, and who from No Limit was going to drop. I remember, man, probably in like 98, 97, 98, it was a No Limit every week or every other week. Probably every other week, because it was just everybody was anticipating. And then you hear cars bumping down the street, bumping the new No Limit album, and you be like, oh yeah, we used to go to this place called Justice, where Justice was that's where the music, you know what I'm saying, you get all the music, you can get some clothes and stuff like that. That's when South Pole was big, Buffalino boots, Iceberg, all that back in the day. You could get that from Justice, and along with the music. And we was in there for all the Swisher House, because Swisher House used to bring their CDs up to, when you hear Slim Thug talk about, they was driving from place to place and bringing all their albums to, somebody from the Swisher House was bringing albums, the Fuck Actions and all that, all the way up to Oklahoma and bring them there. And that's where we would go get them, bootleg them, and they be all over the streets. But you can even go to the Asian stores, the Chinese, gas stations, and see the bootlegs in there, and you be like, oh, they got the bootleg already up in here for $5. If you didn't have the 15 to go buy it, I think the albums was like $10, $11, $12 at the time. If you didn't have the $12, you could have got one right there. You know what I'm saying? Go get the tape. That's when tapes was still being bootleg. Like, man, this was a time. I remember my cousin stole the Ice Cream Man tape. So Ice Cream Man and Bone Thugs and Harmony. And my cousin, he had beats in his car. And Mike Paula and them used to bump. Once they found out we was stealing music, they was taking all our tapes. Oh, they was taking all the tapes because we had them all. Shout out to my little cousin D. He was a little klepto back then. We was all kleptos, I ain't gonna lie. But he was the one that put us on to go into Blockbuster. I think it was Blockbuster Music. Man, I'm telling you, it was a time back then, 96, 97, 98, 99. That time was way different, bro. Like, so even going to the Justice and buying all the No Limit CDs, like, I remember it. Like, we was kids, but we was just on it. Like, I could remember buying Cash Money when Cash Money had the same thing. BG had so many albums already out. And you could see them on the back of the album cover. You'd be like, oh, I ain't heard this one. And then you'll see like I remember Soulja Slim. Nobody knew who Soulja Slim was. It wasn't until that Slow Motion came out that people even recognized Soulja Slim. But he been had albums on No Limit. You know what I'm saying? So he was really starting to bubble before he got killed. So all that came from No Limit. No Limit had the streets on lock. And it wasn't nothing you could do about it. So everybody who was on there, they had so many big hits, and it's crazy because it's like everybody's saying they left so many other cuts on the table that they didn't even play. Like, but some of those songs had like 3 or 4 people on every song, because that's what I said. No Limit used to collaborate. When it was your time, everybody got in the studio for them. It wasn't like they say that with like Death Row will have people on the shelf, but Death Row was only focused on Master P made other people rethink their business model. Death Row was before Master P, but when Master P came out, Death Row was falling off. Tupac died, Biggie died, and Master P just took everything and ran with it. And then all those other labels started falling off. And you see Bad Boy tried to do what No Limit was doing. No Limit changed the game. But Cash Money and them, it was like when No Limit came out and then Cash Money came out in like 98, 99. And it was like, damn, all this good music coming from New Orleans, man. This shit is crazy. New Orleans had a big wave between 97 and 2003. Just like they were the biggest. I mean, you had Nelly come out, you had Eminem come out, and then 50 Cent came out in the later 2000s. But that's when No Limit got on some weird shit. Like, them niggas had too much money. They wasn't in the hood no more. But Cash Money always been the same. They always been flexing what they had, you know what I'm saying? But they had some steppers. So it just is what it is, man. It was a time to say the least. But shout out to Mercedes. I mean, her going off on P didn't help. But you know, maybe now that she expressed her frustrations, maybe they could get to the table and figure something out. But that moment right there to be at the Verzuz is gone. There's no coming back from that. And that's what I think, that's the most part that she was mad about, because that could have reignited the, you know, her, not her career, but it'll reignite the music. Mind you, Do or Die had a song on TikTok. It went so viral that they just had to drop a video, and now we talking 25 years later. You know, this new age is different. Like, it's different. The old music can come back. I bet somebody in there making a remix or they redoing the Mercedes song right now. Somebody making that and trying to get it cleared by P right now, so she could make some money off of that. You know what I mean? So that's why she said she wanted to do it, because she wanted to perform it, because, you know, it'll put her on a world stage. That was a world stage. That wasn't just, you know, any old stage. Everybody from that remember that time was there, and then even kids was. The thing is, you can see in the crowd, a lot of people didn't know all that shit. A lot of people didn't know all that shit because they wasn't there. It was a young crowd. They probably heard it, but that was their first introduction to the real No Limit. That those cuts that aren't like radio songs and stuff like that. Like, nobody heard. They didn't know that was the first Bout It verse that he was speaking, because Master P made like 5 or 6 Bout It with that little drum pattern. He made a bunch of them, and they was on every CD. Top Dog, True, I'm Bout It, Ice Cream Man, I think Mia X had one on her song, on her CD. Like, everybody had "Bitch I'm Bout It," and then it was a different verse. Mia X, that was the first Mia X. But everybody know that, nigga, where you all that, where she rapping, and you can hear her rapping on top of her rap, and it was just like, that shit was so hard. But it's just so many versions to it. But they saying the first version, so you know. It was a dope time, but so she just missed it, and that's why she mad. I get it too. And what up, a minute with Misha? Not stealing. I used to spend all my money at the movie theater, job money, and Peach's music. Mia X career is too far gone. Man, Mia X career it's not gone. She just don't rap no more. But what Mia X did on that stage was lit, because we know Mia X. So it basically, like I said, it reintroduced Mia X. She been going through stuff. She got cancer. I think she got breast cancer. I believe she cut her hair all off. she actually looked good. She sounded good. I was happy that I see you, because think about this, man. Our people are dying. We're getting old. So to see Mia X beating cancer and on stage doing what she did, what brought her to us, man. I'm not saying Mia X is gonna reignite her career. I'm just saying it was a time to beat her on the world stage, and that's what Mercedes wasn't a big impact to No Limit, but I bet you that song was bigger than a lot of Mia X's songs. But Mia X was that woman, and then they made a list of top female artists a few years ago. Man, they didn't put Mia X on there, man. Boy, when I seen that, I said this list is trash. Cause you could even put her there for honorable mention. Mia X was hard. She is on all the No Limit big hits.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as early as 1 week.